What's going on, guys? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and I am back with another unboxing mini video. The folks over at Wizkids, special thanks to Jessa and Chris from the marketing team, but the whole Wizkids team in general, have sent me a whole bunch of Ravnica minis to unbox. I've got off here to the side, you can see kind of down the bottom, here's a whole booster brick. I've got 2 starter kits, and then I also have the case incentive, which is Niv-Mizzet, the Red Dragon. Check that out. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna box this in just a sec. Alright, guys, so we're back, and here you can see I've got the box here. We're gonna probably minimize the camera a little bit more. Sorry, I'm working on a better unboxing setup to do something in the other room, so I'll have the table with all the lights. Haven't gotten there yet. But here we can see big old box, so we'll go ahead and get us cut open here, and we'll see what we're looking at. Looks pretty cool, guys. Here we go. Okay, there goes our box. There we go. Niv-Mizzet, the Guildmaster, and this is a 2-piece plastic. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at this. Wow. Look at... Let's see if we can't get this to come into focus here. Look at the face. Hey, look at the sculpt on that with the frills. That is fantastic. Check that out. Huh? And you can see we've got, again, kind of some like bluish white on the outside here. Very cool. And just like, get that in focus there. Come on. Focus up for me here. Camera, why you always do this to me? I mean, that is just a beautiful sculpt. I don't know why camera always does this to me. There we go. I mean, look at that. Huh? That's awesome. So, we've got our base here. This, if you've seen any of my reviews of these, is the hardest part for me, typically. Oh, hey, that was actually pretty easy, all things considered. So you've got a nice big base with this kind of translucent plastic. And this looks like there's a little keyway to let you know how it's supposed to go in. You can kind of see, so it just slips right in there. And then obviously you could glue this in here. I typically don't, so that way, one, if it falls, it just separates, but it also lets you take it apart for storage. So here is our Niv-Mizzet. To give you a little size reference, right, here's a human monk. Here's Xanathar. All right, I think I've got a pit fiend over here. Give you a little size reference comparison on these guys. So this dragon is no slouch. It does feel like it's a little bit smaller than some. You know what? Hang on, I can just grab them. We've got right here. This is the case incentive, I think, from Elemental Evil. Was the White Dragon Dracolich. You want to get a size comparison. Actually, I guess they're about the same, right? I mean, wingspan, a little bit larger wings here on the Dracolich, but all things considered, I'd say they're roughly the same size, but I don't know, it's cool to have a unique figure like this. One that is, obviously this has ties if you're playing in the Ravnica set, I mean like the tail, feet. As with always, you can always take these as they stand and then paint them and adjust them as you see fit. You know, I kind of think the Pit Fiend could use a little love personally. I think it kind of got, the paint's kind of a little runny in spots, but either way, this is very cool. So typically the way you get, I think you can actually get this on Amazon right now, but typically the way it's supposed to work is you order a case of minis, a booster brick, so 5 or 8 bricks, 8 bricks, 8 boxes, which equals 1 brick. And that enters you and gives you the ability to buy this, the case incentive. So it says at your local game stores today. And I don't have a price tag on here. Typically, I'd say these run about 50 bucks, I think. Let's see if we can't pull that up real quick. Let you guys know. But I do think it's one of my favorite of the recent sets. The Kraken from Storm King's Thunder was probably up there in my top tier. Speaking with the folks at Wizkids at PAX Unplugged, their new, and maybe it's always been this way and I'm just catching up to it now, but the new planned release cadence for case incentives is Big Monster set dressing, Big Monster set dressing. So I actually never did an unboxing for this, but if I've got it right here for Waterdeep Dragon Heist. They did the City of the Dead statues and monuments, so you can see it was like some graveyard scene stuff. Got some crying ghosts and some, you know, statues and stuff. So that was, this one came out. Oh, this is actually from my game store, was marked at $50. Everything's fine. So then you have this, and then the next set of minis to come out will be Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And if you are a fan of classic Dungeons and Dragons monsters, I highly recommend you pick up that set because you're gonna get a ton of badass monsters. They had some on display at PAX Unplugged. They had like the Death Tyrant, Behirs, all sorts of classic D&D monsters. So check out those, but the case incentive will likely be some sort of set dressing for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Let's try Mizzet Dragon Mini. See if we can get a... Oops, that helps if you spell it right. So currently on Cool Stuff Inc., this is running for $70. So it might be looking more, a little bit more than you get. The set dressings, like I said, run about 50, so I guess the monsters are a little bit more. But either way, I think this is a fantastic mini. It's a unique red dragon, so if you were to get a D&D red dragon, plus Niv-Mizzet, plus the new Pathfinder's deep cut ones, the unpainted, that'll give you 3 very unique red dragon sculpts to use in your game. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing and review. I'm going to be doing a review of the 2 kind of starter sets from Ravnica as one video, and then I will be doing an unboxing of the brick, so 8 booster boxes. And I'm actually very excited about that because I honestly don't know what's going to be in it. From the outside of the box, it looks like it's going to be a lot of the creatures that I covered in the Ravnica video that I did, showing off the new monsters in Guildmasters Guide to Ravnica. I don't know if there's enough, though, to do a whole set. You know, a whole set of brick of minis to, you know, get that many out of it. There was a bunch of new monsters. My guess is the big rare ones are going to be the Guildmasters, right? So we've got Niv-Mizzet here as one because it's a dragon, but that's going to probably be your other ones would be... would just be all of the other Guildmasters, plus like maybe some vampires and cool like arcano mechanical things. I'm excited. Like I said, I really don't know what to expect, so be on the lookout for that video coming out in the next few days, and I'll see you guys next time.